We all know that self-care is such an important part of our daily routines, but did you know that it's equally as important to make sure that the products we're choosing are environmentally friendly too? Here's some advice.
I'm Barrett Wirtz. Earth Day is a special day when everyone around the globe comes together to show their support for the protection of the environment. To celebrate, I'm here to share with you some of my go-to products that are simple, sustainable choices for everyday items. They work insanely well, are filled with effective ingredients, and are packaged using environment-friendly materials. Bulldog is the gold standard in showing how easy it is to choose quality products that also protect the environment. I've been a fan for a while now. They offer a variety of vegan, cruelty-free, eco-friendly skincare and grooming products that are purpose-built just for men. In fact, they take sustainability to the next level. Each product is made with natural ingredients, and the body washes and bar soaps specifically contain 100% natural fragrances while utilizing minimal packaging. The body wash amber bottles are made from 100% recycled plastic, and over the last year, the brand also transitioned all product tubes from regular plastic to sugarcane plastic, a renewable resource with minimal impact on food suppliers and biodiversity. Two of my favorite products from the line are the Original Moisturizer and the Original Bamboo Razor. Each razor is built with 5 tempered steel blades, but what sets it apart is the focus on lowering its environmental impact. From the natural bamboo handle to the unchromed metal components, even the packaging is made from fully recycled stock. Simply put, you're getting a high-quality shave that doesn't cost the earth. You can visit bulldogskincare.com for more info on them. Now, oral care is more important than ever, since it can impact your immunity and overall health. These are Hello Products' new toothpaste tablets. Hello Products has really been committed to sustainability since its inception. From leveraging sustainability-sourced ingredients made in the USA, to recycling their commercial waste, to utilizing FSC paper, which means it's certified eco-friendly, to even using soy-based inks for all their boxes. Now these toothpaste tablets are plastic-free, TSA-friendly alternatives to traditional toothpaste tubes. And really easy and effective. You just chew, spit, brush, and smile. They help decrease the risk for cross-contamination since they're designed for one-time use. And they're formulated with natural peppermint, tea tree, and coconut oils. And they help brush away plaque, whiten teeth, control tartar, and freshen breath. So they're great for on-the-go use too. They come in 2 varieties, activated charcoal and anti-plaque plus whitening. Get 60 tablets for just $8.99 online at Ulta.com and Target.com. Next up, hair care brand Cloran, the environmentally friendly French pharmacy favorite, known for its cult classic dry shampoo, is celebrating by launching an organic Coupoissou butter collection, where a portion of all proceeds from sales goes to the support of the Foundation's Budding Botanist Grant program. These grants are awarded to organizations like Kids Gardening, a nonprofit dedicated to improving children's lives through gardening. Since 2018, more than 7,000 children in the USA have been reached through the packages that have been awarded to school educators within low-income schools. The deeply nourishing, repairing, and restorative Coupoissou collection includes 3 products: a shampoo, a conditioner, a 3-in-1 mask. The mask can be used as an in-shower treatment, overnight, or a leave-in treatment, and the Coupoissou butter makes it 1.5 times more nourishing and 1.4 times more repairing than shea butter. So it's a perfect way to pamper and nourish yourself right now. Get these at cloranusa.com or ulta.com.